No one can say that Darksiders series is copy-paste, like many other big-named titles like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, sports titles like FIFA, NBA 2K, and many more. Every Darksiders is truly different, and I think this is the winning formula they should stick with. Welcome to Darksiders Genesis review, you apocalyptic bastards. This review is strictly from single-player perspective, as I have no interest in multiplayer whatsoever. Darksiders series has taken another turn gameplay-wise, and now it is isometric hack-and-slash adventure game, and it might be the best in the series. As Todd Howard would say, it just works. Dark Genesis story is set before Darksiders 1, with Lucifer plotting to upset the balance. Here we have familiar characters such as Samael, Wulgrim, the Council, and Lords of Hell that would eventually fall to our blades and guns. Story is alright overall. It is simple yet interesting because of effective writing, interesting characters, plot, and good voice acting. Main protagonists are Strife and War. Here is the kicker, you can play both and switch between them anytime you want. This is freaking awesome. Kudos to Airship Syndicate, developers of this game, for adding War as fully playable character. Strife and War could not be more different from each other. Strife is joyful killing machine cracking jokes all the time, and War is deadly serious, mean killing machine focused at task at hand.
Samael's forces will be drawn there, weakening his defenses elsewhere.
Wait, are you suggesting we sneak in? Good call, but that doesn't sound like you.
It's strategic.
Right.
They constantly bicker and have almost nothing in common besides the fact that they are both horsemen of the apocalypse. However, their connection deepens as story goes on, and no, you fruity bastards, that doesn't mean they turn gay, thank the fuck. They start to see eye to eye eventually about the council and how shady this whole setup is. I enjoyed their conversations throughout the game.
For conspiring with Lucifer, committing countless crimes against all of creation, and by order of the council, I hereby sentence you to death.
Before we get to gameplay review, I have to comment on audio work. Soundtrack is stellar. Voice acting is good, although some one-liners are spoken out of place during gameplay. Sound effects are great as well. Every move you make is accompanied by proper sound effect, which makes attacks appear impactful. Every sound this game makes is enjoyable, and people overlook sometimes how important audio work is in games. Graphics are decent, but nothing to write home about. It all looks good enough, but blurry at times, and I didn't really see any options how to remove that. On my PC, game ran smoothly on ultra settings, and there were no frame rate drops that I can recall. This is extremely important in such fast-paced game, and game really delivers. Now let's talk about the gameplay. This is where Darksiders Genesis shines the most. I will now say something controversial that will piss off a lot of you, but I don't care. This is how isometric hack-and-slash gameplay should be like, not Diablo or Path of Exile type gameplay that is painfully static compared to this game. Grind for thousands of hours, stay at one place and spam one or two skills that would obliterate hordes of enemies. Fucking boring. Bear in mind that I don't really like Diablo type hack-and-slash games, so this opinion is very subjective. Then again, all opinions are subjective. Darksiders Genesis requires some skill on player's part next to decent build for apocalyptic difficulty. Game is however kinda easy, even on hard difficulty, due to the fact that when one horseman dies, other one takes his place. It does not change the fact that you need to be on top of it all the time if you do not want to get destroyed with one or two mega attacks from boss type enemies. Strife and War are vastly different in how they approach combat. Strife is really fast and focused mostly on ranged combat, but he is no slouch in melee as well. War is strictly melee, can block attacks and has much more health since he is the tankier one. What is truly awesome is the amount of tools both horsemen possess. Strife can create clones of himself, use cold troops, elemental ammunition, slow down enemies with wing clip attack, and many other things. Hot Streak is his go-to move that significantly enhances ranged attacks in many ways. War can use abilities such as Stone Skin to increase his defense, do AoE attacks, and use various enhancements that can shock, explode, leech health, and so on. On top of that, they both have different rage forms that look very cool and are essentially invincibility mode with high damage output. Although restricted, we can also ride the horse in certain areas and attack from mount. Game is dynamic and offers wide variety of attacks. It rarely gets dull if you switch things around every once in a while. Enemy variety is okay, but nothing spectacular. Bosses are copy-pastes of each other except for Lords of Hell, which are truly unique boss encounters that play out very differently and are truly interesting. So why am I saying this is the best Darksiders gameplay-wise? Well, it is fast-paced, smooth, precise, looks cool, has two vastly different characters, many abilities, and it is true showcase of horseman fighting capabilities. Fighting is not the only thing you will be doing. Exploration was always a big part of Darksiders series, and it is here as well. There are many puzzles that lead to significant upgrades in secret vaults. Puzzles are well thought out and rewards are worth it. So there is a lot to explore and find. Character progression system is quite nice too. We slot cores into fixed core tree that unlocks various boosts and eventually leads to major core nodes that boost characters significantly. There is enough to play around here, but I would still like to see more meaningful and deeper system. Story takes about 15 hours to complete, and upon completion highest difficulty is unlocked. So in total you are going to need about 25 to 30 hours if you want to beat every level twice to get everything after unlocking story progression tools. I generally don't like having to do same missions again to collect some stuff I couldn't earlier, just because game locked it behind progression. Then again, if you want to experience the game on apocalyptic difficulty, you are going to have to play missions again anyway. Game, however, has some issues, mainly bugs and camera. Camera in certain stages is so annoying and completely obfuscates important stuff, you know, like enemies swinging at you. While your silhouette can be seen behind these objects, enemies are blocked from view completely. Bad oversight by developers. Bugs are plenty as well. Characters stuck in environment, can't pick up cores, can't use executions, and so on. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but there are these trickster doors with treasures inside, and every time I entered the mission I had to use trickster keys that are limited to open them again in case I missed something or couldn't pick it up due to rewards being locked behind some progression upgrades. I just think that if we open these trickster doors once, then they should stay open and we should not have to use trickster keys again. At least this seems to be the case, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm in the right here. I might be missing something. Anyway, time for conclusion and final verdict. Darksiders Genesis surprised the hell out of me, and considering that price of this game is about $30, I can easily give it 7 out of 10, which would translate to good game. It has potential to become great game when they fix camera and bugs. I would be happy if Darksiders series continues down this path. Include all 4 horsemen, deepen the RPG system, and we could have amazing, if not masterpiece game on our hands next time. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed the review and stay tuned for more videos.
I think you're just walking out of here.
It does sound funny hearing you say it.
I'm gonna count to 3. If you're still standing here, I'm gonna defile your corpse in ways you can't possibly imagine. Feed what's left to my boys. Horse meat's their favorites. 1 now.
2-3! Sorry. We're in a hurry.